Hi everyone, welcome to Inner Fired. Today we're going to be talking about how to write a cover letter that is uniquely yours. So first, I just want to address what is the difference between a cover letter and resume. You can think of it as a cover letter is a very short snap highlighting the key skills that you have. So if the recruiter likes what you write in the cover letter, then he's or she's going to spend more time reading your resume, right? And please be mindful that a recruiter has many hundreds of resume to look through. So your job is to write the cover letter as concise and as easy for the person to read. So just a few highlights, and then we're going to go into the examples. The first one is the first step. Please make sure you read the job description carefully. Then you're going to explain why you are applying. Then you're going to pick out the top 3 skills in the job description. And based on those top 3 skills, you're going to describe your work and you're going to share the impact. And that's all it is for the cover letter, okay? It's just 4 steps. Okay, so let me give you an example. This is a position hiring for community manager at Uber, and I'm sure you know what Uber does, right? And in this sense, a community manager is somebody that will manage mostly the customer support side. And so in any job description, they normally list out the skills that they're looking for. And your job is to look through those skills. And in a cover letter, your job is to pick out 3 skills that they're looking for that you have the strongest. Okay, just pick out 3. They may be looking out for 10 skills and you might have 8. And in your resume, you will address those 8 skills that you have, highlighting them, line by line. But in a cover letter, you don't have to list so many things. Just pick out 3. Remember, a cover letter is just to get the person's interested in you enough to read your resume. Okay, so just pick out 3 most important skills that they're looking for that you have the strongest. So if we're looking at this specific cover letter, you can see that they're looking for somebody who have a bachelor degree, experience in people management, skills with project management, analytic skills, and communication skills. Okay, so that's the first one is a bachelor degree. You don't have to say anything about that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're listing 4 skills. Just pick 3 that you think you have, and then highlight that. Okay. So let me show you an example. This is an example of somebody who wrote a resume, a cover letter for them, and I don't want you to write like this. This is an example of what you should not do. Okay. So if you take a very quick look, can somebody kind of guess why this is something you should not do? Okay, remember, if you are a recruiter, think like a recruiter. If you're a recruiter, right, you have hundreds of pages to look through. And if I see all this text, I probably have to spend like 2 or 3 minutes trying to read all these texts and then trying to understand, on my mind, I'm looking for, okay, I'm a recruiter. Does this person have analytic skills? Does this person have communication skills, project management, right? I have to read all this text. It's too much work for me. So immediately as a recruiter, I'm looking at this and I'm already like, this is too much work. So your job is to make it as easy as possible for the recruiter. So let me give you the format, how you should write it. Okay, so this is how you should write it. Okay, now let me give you the format. Okay, so this is the format. It's in a bulletin point with the skills highlight, right? So immediately I'm taking a look at this as this cover letter, and I see immediately they have 3 skills. They highlight it for me in bold bulletin points, right? Very easy for me to read. Immediately I see that they have solid data analytics skills. They are an exceptional communicator. They have experience in process improvement. So immediately I see that these are the 3 out of 4 skills I'm looking for, and they have these 3 skills. So I'm interested. Let's read the resume, right? So that's the first thing. Please keep it in a format where you highlight the 3 skills and you put it in bulletin format. Make it easier for the reader. Okay, so let me start with the first sentence. The first sentence is essentially you explaining to them why you are applying for this job. Remember, it's only one sentence essentially, and it is so that the person have a better understanding of like your motivation. Keep it very short. Right? So I would say, I'm trying to express an interest in the community manager at Uber. Okay, so first you telling them what role you're applying for. Then this is the line that I say why I'm interested in this role. I'm applying to this position because I'm excited by how Uber is transforming the transportation industry and solving for massive traffic issues. Right? So this is why I'm applying. And so you should think of something about the company, why you admire this company. For example, if you're applying for Nike, you can tell them like, well, I've always been a fan of Nike because Nike is not a company that sells shoes. It's a marketing company that happens to sell shoes, right? And this is their famous line. So showing some understanding and showing why you're applying makes it easier for the person to build, to build rapport with you. Okay, so let's go into the main part. The cover letter, the first part, you're highlighting the skill, right? So I have data and analytic skills. Each of this only have 2 sentences. The first sentence, you're describing what you did in your old job. You're describing what you did relating to the skill. The second thing is the impact. Remember, you always must have an impact statement because otherwise it doesn't have any value. Like the example is that I can tell them, look, I am a soccer player. Well, that doesn't mean anything, right? Unless I tell them the next sentence. I have played in like 3 regional game. I have won all 3 regional game. I played for 15 years. Among my team, I'm the top 3 person. As an example, you must give them some impact. And the impact sentence has the more numbers, the more statistics, the more metrics you can give, the better. Okay, so feel free to read through this, but like for example, I have solid data analytics skills. I've done research specifically using Excel and R. And the impact statement is that my recommendation was implemented, resulting in customer satisfaction. I actually did not finish writing the sentence. But I can say resulting in customer satisfaction by 20%. Okay, so the point is you should have 3 skills. Each of those skills, 2 sentences. First sentence, describing the work that you did relating to the skills. The second one is an impact statement. And I'm going to copy and paste this and to the below box so you can see it below. Okay, that's all that it is in a cover letter. So remember, a cover letter, first line is why you're applying to this job, and then highlighting 3 skills in bulletin points. I'm also going to include for you a list of 185 powerful verbs. Use these verbs because it's, you don't want to say things like, I participated in this project. That is very reactive. You want to say things like, I have led this project. I have managed this project. So these 185 verbs will make your cover letter and resume much stronger. There's also another list, helping you to write more concise. Instead of using the word very, you can actually use the much more concise adjective to describe your work. Okay? So in summary, before that, do I have to customize each cover letter for each position I apply for? So say you apply to 10 different jobs, so you have to write your cover letter 10 different times? The answer is yes. you need to go back to the job description, take a look at the job description, and see what they're asking for. And if the 3 skills that they're asking for are similar in another job, then you don't have to rewrite it. But if it's different, because they might ask for a different skill, then you need to rewrite that to highlight your strength. Okay. In summary, please remember to read the job description. It's very important. Explain why you're applying, pick out the top 3 skills, and describe your work plus impact. Okay. And so in the end, this is me and my cat Woody. We wish you all the success in your work. And just remember that, the recruiter is like this cat here. Maybe kind of tough looking on the outside, but they want to find the best person for the job. And so if you make their job easy, they're going to be very happy and appreciative. Okay, all the very best. After you write your cover letter, you can send it to me based on my recommendations. If I have time, I'd be happy to give you some feedback. All the best. Bye bye.